You know you need to stabilize your embroidery to get good results. But sometimes that stabilizer on the back of your project can be ugly or itchy or just plain annoying. We get it. That's why we've put together this video with a few ways to hide stabilizer on the back of your machine embroidery. Hi, I'm Carlene with Embroidery Library. Let's talk about 3 different ways that you can minimize the appearance of stabilizer on your projects. And we'll look at a couple of examples of each. Number 1, trim it. Sometimes all you need to do is trim the stabilizer right up close to the edge of the design. I know this is so simple it hardly even sounds like a tip, but sometimes the simplest solution can be the best one. Take these towels as an example. We used a medium weight cutaway stabilizer with this design, which might sound like a lot, but we trimmed the stabilizer very close to the edge of the design so it looks pretty nice on the back. And this also helps the fabric lie flat around the edge of the embroidery to keep any puckering to a minimum. And the cutaway stabilizer will help keep this design looking great, even as the towel gets washed and used over time. This approach tends to work best with designs that have a clearly defined edge, rather than designs that have a lot of ins and outs or pieces that are separate from each other. Here's another example. For this chambray shirt, we trimmed the stabilizer close to the edge of this butterfly design. We also used a sheer mesh cutaway stabilizer, which can be a great choice for lighter designs, and it'll keep the back of your embroidery feeling softer. Number 2, patch it. Another way you can hide your stabilizer is to stitch your embroidery onto a separate piece of fabric and then patch that onto your project. For this towel, we embroidered the chicken on a white piece of fabric and then folded under the edges and sewed it onto the towel. This is a great way to help the embroidery stand out from the pattern background, and you can hardly see a thing on the back. Here's another example. We stitched this design onto a tan fabric, then cut it out and zigzagged it onto this beach tote. We left the edge unfinished to give it a nice casual look. And here's one more example. These designs were created to be stitched on organza to make freestanding butterflies. We took a few and carefully hand-stitched them onto this denim jacket. You can also do this with freestanding lace designs if you like. Patching designs onto your project is a great way to hide your stabilizer, and it has a few other advantages too. It's a great way to get embroidery onto items that can't be hooped. If your item is irreplaceable or expensive, it lowers the risk of something unexpected happening and messing up your project. And it just gives you more creative possibilities. You can create completely different looks by just changing up your fabrics. Try it with linen, felt, twill, organza, faux leather, or pretty much anything you like. Number 3, cover it. Our third way to hide your stabilizer is to cover it up. If you're making something with a lining, like a jacket or a tote bag, you can just let the lining cover up the back of your embroidery. This fabric basket has a cute cotton lining that coordinates with the design, and it conveniently hides the stabilizer. You can also cover up the back of your embroidery without lining the whole project. To do this, first trim the stabilizer as close to the embroidery as possible, as we showed you in the first tip. Then use some fusible webbing to adhere a piece of fabric to the back of your project. You can cover up just the embroidered area or follow the shape of the item like we did here. This technique works best with heavier fabrics because you'll be less likely to see the extra fabric from the front. And there you have it, 3 different ways you can stabilize your embroidery and still have the back of your project look great. Which tip is your favorite? Do you have any other tricks you like to use? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more great machine embroidery videos. And visit us at emblibrary.com for great machine embroidery designs and tutorials. We'll see you next time.